and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, NFL Week 1 2020. Will we make 16 games this year? Time will tell. Will we have players out due to COVID? Time will tell. Will fantasy football just explode in our hands? Time will tell. NCAA, I have plans on doing. As we know, 2 of the Power 5 will not be there. Other conferences said they'll delay till spring. People are concerned about 2 football seasons in 1 calendar year. Big Ten is talking about showing up in around Thanksgiving. We don't know. What I do know, 2019, I was 173, 82 and 1 on straight up picks. 118 and 138 against the spread. 129 and 127 over under for the NFL. For college NCAA, I was 426 and 122 straight up. 269 and 278 against the spread. 275 and 263 over under. For the CFL, which at this point we will not see until 2021, I did 8 from week 8 through 21. I was 37 and 17 straight out. Against the spread, 27 and 27. Over under 33 and 21. XFL for 5 weeks this year, I was 12 and 8 straight out picks, 9 and 11 against the spread, 11 and 9 on the over under. Let's get into week 1. Whew. What is going to happen? First game we have, which I didn't write these exactly in the exact order because I totally forgot about the Thursday night game. So we're going to have to go to a different page. Yeah, Thursday night game. We have the Houston Texans versus the reigning and defending Super Bowl champion, the Kansas City Chiefs. Head-to-head, Chiefs have won 6 of the last 10 versus Houston. The defending champs are favored by 10 at home. The over-under at 54.5. I took Patrick Mahomes number 1 in my fantasy league. Oh, Mr. Mahomes is going to throw it up. Big numbers. Hope, hope, hope. Fingers crossed. Got Chiefs winning. I actually like Houston a lot. They're going to cover the 10. And I'm taking under on the 54.5. Alright, that's Thursday night football. On Sunday, we have NFC North matchup here with Green Bay Packers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Head-to-head in the last 10, the Vikings are 5-4 and 1 versus the Packers. Vikings are favored by 3 at home. I think Aaron Rodgers has something to prove. He has the guy behind him, Justin Love, just like he was to Brett Favre. And if you look at him, when Rodgers' contract is up, that's about the same amount of time that Rodgers had behind Brett Favre before they moved on from Favre. So he knows his days are numbered. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. I think he's going to be able to go out there and use that as his advantage to get somewhere. So I got giving the 3 points to the Packers. I got the Packers winning, covering over on the 46. Next up, AFC East matchup, we have the Miami Dolphins versus the New England Patriots. Last 10 games, Patriots 6-4 versus the Dolphins. That was with Brady. Is the dynasty New England Brady or Belichick? We're going to find out. We have Cam Newton starting for the New England Patriots. That is a crapshoot. They were favored by 6 at home. I am picking the Patriots to win. I don't think Tui Tuivalu will be what he was at Alabama and Miami right off the bat. That's if he starts. I got Patriots winning. I got them covering the 6 and under on the 43.5. Next up, NFC North matchup, we have the Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions. They're tied in the last 5-5 in the last 10 games. The Bears defense is really, really good. They have a new quarterback, a new sheriff in town this year. The Lions are the Lions. The Lions are favored by 1.5. I'm giving the 1.5 to Chicago. I've got Chicago winning, covering, and over on the 44. Next up, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta 6-4 in their last 10 versus the Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 1 on the road. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 49. Next up, we have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington football team. Seriously, Washington football team. Nice NFC East matchup here. Philly is 6-4 in their last 10 versus the Redskins. Philly is favored by 6.5. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 44. Next up, Indianapolis Colts, new sheriff in town, Phillip Rivers, versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, who just released Leonard Fournette, my number 2 draft pick. We have a 10-team league. We do the snake draft, so I'm number 1 overall. But Patrick Mahomes, snaked it back up, grabbed Leonard Fournette, Travis Kelce. I'm set. Yeah, didn't happen. Fournette got released. I'm not dropping him yet. I think he'll sign somewhere. Hopefully, somebody's gonna need a good running back. We'll see. Indy's favored by 7. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 44.5. Next up, we have the AFC North. We have the Cleveland Browns, which I think will be an improved team this year, versus the Baltimore Ravens. In the last 10, Baltimore 7-3. Lamar Jackson. I mean, come on, guys. One of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Some actually have been better than Patrick Mahomes. But Mr. Mahomes just signed a 10-year, $450 million contract. So, yeah, that's why he's number 1 draft pick. Baltimore favored by 8.5. I got Cleveland covering 8.5. But Baltimore winning and over in the 48.5. Now, if you check out my website, robsportshow@wixsite.com. If you go down below on this video, there'll be a link there. I will have my playoff predictions and my win predictions there. So definitely check that out. So next up, AFC East, we have New York Jets versus the Buffalo Bills. Head to head, they're 5-5 in their last 10. Buffalo favored by 6 at home. Josh Allen, I think he's going to have a breakout season. The Jets are the Jets. Buffalo wins, covers the 6 and under on the 40. The Las Vegas Raiders versus the Carolina Panthers. Las Vegas is favored by 1.5. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 47. LA Chargers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Chargers favored by 3. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 44. NFC West matchup, Arizona Cardinals, which they might actually do something this year. They may be respectable, versus the San Francisco 49ers. Cardinals are actually 8-2 in their last 10 versus the Niners, but I got the Niners winning, covering the 7 and under on the 47. Next up, we have the NFC South matchup, which we all were waiting for. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski versus the New Orleans Saints. Michael Thomas, the best wide receiver in football, and Drew Brees. Saints are favored by 3.5. It is Tom Brady, y'all. Giving the 3.5 to Tampa. I got them winning, covering the 3.5. Point spread of 49.5. I'm going over. Next up, we have the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Versus the Los Angeles Rams. Dallas 6-4 in their last 10 versus the Rams, favored by 2.5. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 51. Next up, Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Giants. Pittsburgh favored by 3.5. I don't know if Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley is enough for the Giants with that team. We know what they were last year. Big Ben is back. Big Ben's healthy. Steelers 3.5. I got them winning, covering over the 47.5. And last but not least, Tennessee Titans versus the Denver Broncos. Do we see a new Denver Broncos team this year? They're favored by 1.5 at home. Tennessee does have a running game this year. They got Derrick Henry. Oh my gosh. But yes, I mean, but you know what? I think Drew Lock turns a corner. I think Patrick Lindsay turns a corner. I got the Broncos winning, covering the 1.5 and over on the 42. Alright, so that is going to be week 1 NFL football. Are you ready for some football? I'll have week 1 of NCAA up probably this week. Definitely because there's a game on Thursday. Make sure you check out the website for playoff predictions for the NFL, for the win predictions for the NFL. I'll also share those on my Twitter page at Rob Sports Show, and I'll also put everything up on the NFL Prognosticator page on Facebook. So make sure you look for all that. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.